situate. So guys, it is now time for us to talk about trading truth number 6. Okay, who can remember what was our previous trading truth? Our previous trading truth was about being patient. Okay, so trading truth number 6 is going on top of that, is most of the time in trading is spent waiting. Okay, so how do you deal with discomfort, stillness, and boredom? Okay, because this is something, the reality, guys. It's really the reality. It's something that we all have to deal with, and some people deal with boredom by trying to find more strategies. Some people deal with other, with discomfort in different ways. And it's important for you to understand that if you are battling, to be patient, because I think this week and last week, how many of you guys are really feeling the pinch in your trading at the moment? How many of you guys are feeling like, yo, Marnie, it feels to me like I'm just spinning my wheels. I'm going nowhere. It feels like I'm not really going, everything is like just up, down, we're going, no, okay. So this is why we have trading truth tonight, guys, because most of the time you're going to be spending time waiting. Sometimes it's not a setup. It's waiting for your account to grow. It's sometimes waiting for the right things to happen, guys. So we're not just talking about for a setup and that, but in general, that most of your time with trading is spent waiting for the right setup, waiting for the right entry, waiting for the right exit, waiting for your account to compound long enough to see the results that you want to see, waiting for you to better your skills and become the trader that you want to be, guys. Okay, so this is going to be a real deep one tonight. And guys, take it as it comes. Enjoy this section. There's a lot of things we're going to be sharing, because discomfort is something that we all try and move away from. But unfortunately, discomfort is absolutely normal in trading, and we've got to learn how to deal with it. Okay. Right. So here's the reality of trading, guys. You might spend 10% of your trading session actually executing, and 90% of your trading career is going to spend on watching, waiting, analyzing, and doing nothing. Now, this is contradictory to everything that you have had in your life, because your entire life, everything around your life says to you today, if I'm not active, I'm not doing something, and I am a lazy person, and lazy people don't get what they want in their lives. Okay, so that's what happens. So you need to now reevaluate yourself and go back and say, you know what, I've got to change the way I'm thinking, because if I don't change the way I'm thinking, I'm going to continuously be stepping in the same hole. So here's the problem, guys. Most people hate doing nothing. How many of you guys can just sit for a whole day and do nothing? We have a couple of people like, yo, no, I can sit the whole day and do nothing. Most people can't do it, guys. Most people, you need to be stimulated. Now, this is the important part, guys. Sometimes you need to be doing something because you need the stimulation. You are so used to doing things that when you sit quiet or when you lie in bed a little bit longer, or you do something a little bit longer, immediately you start gravitating to your stimulants, right? What are your stimulants? So phone, social media, messages, video, notifications. And guess what? Trading can become another source of stimulation. That's why, exactly, Neil. And in order for you to achieve the success that you want, you've got to think differently, guys. So trading can become another source of stimulation. That's why you're finding yourself when you wake up. What's the first thing you guys do when you wake up in the morning? Eh? You open your charts like, oh, let me see what's happening in the market. So you've replaced your social media now with trading because it's giving you a great stimulation. And you have to curb that, guys. You have to curb that, because it can get very, very bad. If you do that, guys, it can start you can find yourself staring at the charts for hours and hours and hours. Hours and hours and hours staring at the charts. And then you ask yourself, why am I doing this? Because you need the stimulation. Your body needs that stimulation. But you need to fight against that, guys. You have to fight against it and learn to manage it. We're going to teach you something. We're going to teach you how to do it tonight. So boredom. Absolutely, Franco. When you have addictive personality, this is something very, very dangerous, guys. That's why people, I still can't understand why people need to go back and trade the news. What is it about that? It's just because they have that addiction. and their brain is forcing them to go and do it over and over and over. But they have to do it. No matter how many times you say to them, hey, you don't need it, they will go, no, they will go back to it. So guys, boredom can become a trading trigger, okay? So you sit at your charts, nothing is happening. No, I'm busy. Nothing is happening. So what happens? You wait, and you wait, and you wait. It's not ready yet. Go. And then suddenly, you start saying to yourself, maybe I'll just take this trade. Or maybe let me see that indicator. Or maybe let me see what's happening there. Or maybe let me see what's happening there. There's no setup, guys. There's no setup. There's no signal. And there was simply boredom. Now, this is also one of the main reasons why I enjoy using indicators. Okay, because indicators keeps me out of bad trading positions. Because sometimes when you are not using indicators and you just have your own type of setup, the market can sometimes skew. And you can look at a setup and you'll be like, I think this is a great position. Then you hit stop loss. And then 2 days later, you look at that position like, why the hell did I even take this position? It doesn't even meet all my criteria. But because you don't want to sit in the boredom, you don't want to be away from the charts, you don't want to be away from these things, you feel like, I need to be doing something. So you go and find that stimulation, guys. Now, what does boredom trading actually lead to, guys? Well, it leads to overtrading. Guys, please, if I have to talk again. So, boredom can lead to overtrading, guys. Random entries, FOMO, lower quality setups, breaking trading rules, unnecessary risk, and emotional exhaustion. How many of you guys are feeling emotionally exhausted? I know, yeah. You're feeling emotionally exhausted. Because we've got all these strategies going. We want to do smart money concepts. We want to do CRT. We want to do that. Guys, it's a moment to take a step back and say, what is working for me? What is not working for me? I can learn all of these strategies. These strategies are going nowhere. They're all being documented. Their trading histories are available. Everything is available. They're not going anywhere. You're going to have them for life. So the big question to ask yourself is, why do you want to do everything at the same time? Why not just focus on one thing for the next 6 months? Absolutely, guys. Absolutely, Ava. And you see, sometimes you want to, I know that it's coming for you, but the thing is, I can't step in front of it and stop you guys from doing it or try and channel it in a specific way, because I need you to experience it. The only way for you to truly understand how this works is you've got to allow you guys to go through these experiences, because as you're going through the experiences, you're feeling the emotions, you're realizing this is not something that I want. This is not something that is very conducive for me. Because I can't help you to change. You've got to become aware of it. And once you become aware of it, then you can start looking towards changing it. Okay. Because at the end of the day, you didn't enter because your strategy told you to. You entered because you wanted something to happen. No, you know what this is? I need to be making money. I'm 2% down. I need to find a trade. No. I can't be sitting here doing nothing. I've got to. You want to try. You want to step in. You want to try and change it, because your brain is designed to keep you happy. And this 2% that you are down is not making you happy. So it's trying to force you into that position to keep taking trades. Now, let me just get here. Absolutely, Neil. You're adapting through familiarity with consistency. Absolutely, guys. 6 a.m., 3 silver bullets, CRT. Absolutely, Lauren. And you see, saying to you, only to focus on one strategy. Yeah, Mari said it. But I need you to feel it. And now that you're feeling it, exactly. Now that you're feeling it, you're like, yes, this is not a good feeling. I'm not enjoying this. So what's happening? Your brain and your whole nervous system is now saying to you, I need to slow down. I'm going too fast. There's too many things happening. How do I now take a strategic approach? How do I now become intentional about what I want to have? Okay. So because at the end of the day, guys, for a lot of us, stillness feels unproductive. From our childhood, we were taught we need to be busy. You need to be doing something. You need to be going something, you were constantly taught that a busy person is a successful person. A person that is always doing something is going to be successful. Now you bring it to the trading charts, and it does not work that way, guys. It does not. And this is the psychological trap where most of you guys are in right now. You think, if I'm not trading, I'm not making money. How many of you guys feel like that right now? Like, if I'm not finding a trade, if I'm not following the setup exactly 150% the way it's supposed to be, I'm not making money. Guys, but professional traders understand one thing. not trading can be a profitable decision. I think Ava, out of everybody, she had the best day because I think you stayed out of CPI, did you not? I think it's Ava that said, I didn't trade today. I stepped back and I was like, I'm not trading today. And I think she had a wonderful day because there was no stress on her. There was able to, her nervous system could calm down. Natanya, oh, you too as well. Yes, so Natanya and Ava, and you see, there's Max as well, because they made the decision to say, listen, I'm going to sit out today. I'm just going to step back and I'm going to take a moment to breathe, okay? And so you made a profitable decision today, guys. And you see, Ava, now you're looking back and you're like, you know what? Staying out of the market sometimes is actually a bloody good decision. So every trade you avoid that doesn't meet your criteria protects your capital. It doesn't feel like that because we're 2% down, 2.5% down. We're 5 trades down. We missed, half of my accounts missed the trade on Tuesday. So some of them are still in 5 trade runs. But what is my brain saying to me? So you're feeling like I've got to make this up, but you need to understand that staying out of it and listening to your rules and following the process is going to help you to stay on the right path long term, guys. Exactly, Ava. Targeting 2 to 3 A setups per week is exactly what you need to do, guys. Okay. But I need you to experience the FOMO. I need you to experience all these things because that's the moment that you're going to step back and say, you know what? I need to make a different decision. I need to do something different. So tonight we're going to explain to you the predator mindset. Okay. So what do I mean with the predator mindset, guys? The predator mindset is something that we used to use in the wild. Okay. So in the wild, you have a predator and you have prey. Okay, so think about a predator in the wild. Think about a tiger or a lion. I think most of us will think of a lion or a cheetah or a leopard. Maybe hyenas. It doesn't chase every animal it sees. Have you guys noticed? Have you ever watched some of these National Geographic things? Maybe you don't even watch certain predators. Maybe you're watching something like bugs. There's also predators in bugs and stuff. So think of any type of predator that you watch. They don't chase after everything. As a matter of fact, there's some predators that sit so quiet and so still and they wait like a spider. Guys, I watched the most amazing thing about a spider. They had the most beautiful saying where they say, the spider wakes up every single morning and spins her web. And birds fly through it, the wind tears it apart, the sun, the rain, breaks it apart, all kinds of funny things does. But every single morning, the spider wakes up and she spins her web. Even though she knows that it's going to get destroyed or something's going to happen to it, she still wakes up every single day because her idea every single day is, if I keep doing the activity every single day, eventually the prey will come. And I think it is such a fitting example when I watch it, because I thought to myself, this is such a great trading analogy, because do we wake up every single day and spin our web? No, we don't. We want to go and chase down the prey. Let's go find every single fly that we can fly. No, she spins her web. And what does she do? Does she neglect how she spins the web? No, she spins it perfectly every single day. Exactly. Yeah, we're like jumping spiders now, guys. We're like jumping spiders. We're jumping after everything. Where you want to become, you absolutely want to become that spider that wakes up every single day and just focuses on the web. Does she focus on the prey? No. Does she focus on how much bug she's going to catch, how much food Exactly, Ava. And I think it was such a great analogy when I watched that motivational video where they said about the spider, because it made me think about my own trading. Am I waking up every single day and spinning the web? Is that what I'm doing? Because what does spinning the web look like? Did I do something for my mind today? Did I do something for my body today? Did I do something for my trading? Did I focus on my trading strategy, following my trading strategy rather than just finding every single setup? Did I do something for myself today? Did I take care of myself? Did I take care about in my environment? Did I ensure that my environment is aligned with the way that I'm trading? It might sound very funny. And you're like, Marnie, what do you mean your environment? Guys, you cannot be a successful trader if you have clutter around you, if you have noise around you. You need to create an environment. Exactly, guys. Exactly. You're only going to catch the right pips when you are focusing on the web. The pips, the right pips, will fall into your web if you focus on the web, not on everything else, guys. So what is it? It watches, it waits, it conserves energy. And when the right opportunity appears, it acts. And this is how you need to think about your trading long-term, guys. Is you need to think of yourself as a predator, not as the prey. Today, everybody jumping in. Guess what? Guess what happened today in trading? Everybody thought they were the predator in trading today. Well, guess what? They were not the predator. They were the prey. They were the prey, guys. And I think what was one of the most difficult parts for me to watch is how everybody, all the influencers, right? When I was watching now, I don't know, maybe if you guys are going through it, and I know it's going to be on a recording now, and I'm probably going to get my ass whipped for it, but because I want to say this is, all the influencers came together and they were just cheering on this and this, this trading, this news trading. Everybody, some people were giving funds for people to trade. You're like, no, you can't trade with 2,000 Rand. We're going to give you 10,000 Rand to trade this news event. And everybody was cheering on this whole news thing. And I'm sitting there looking at this from all these influencers making all these videos saying, yeah, and we're all going to be live. And guys, do you know that live where they were trading news, there was at one point there was something like 22,000 people on that live, and everybody jumping into it. And the reason why I'm using that analogy is because we are losing focus on what real trading looks like. We are losing focus on what it takes to be a real profitable trader long term. We are celebrating the wrong things. We are promoting the wrong things in the market because they are fueling that mindset. They are fueling that getters. They speak against it. So they're against it on the one side, but on the other side, you are fueling the people and you want them to do this, guys. And we need to think differently. From a sustainable trading perspective, guys, we need to think different. We have to move different. We have to operate different, guys. Because if we are going to fall into that trap every single time, we are not going to be the predator. We will become the prey. And we don't want to be that. We want to be specific on our course. We want to focus on what we're doing, and we want to continue doing what is working for us and doubling down on that. Okay, so waiting is part. Absolutely, Ava. Everybody's wanting that shortcut, guys, and news gives you that shortcut. It gives you that shortcut. It gives you that opportunity to say, yeah, but I can make a lot of money here, because nobody is patient enough to sit down and to take the process every single day, is to walk one step closer. That's not fancy. That's not great. Why would anybody want to do that? Nobody wants to do that, guys. That sucks. Why would anyone? But that is what it takes long term. And yes, I agree. You can be in the trading space a year, 2, 3 years, and you can make some money. But if you really want to make lasting change in your life and generational wealth, you've got to think of trading 10, 20, 30, 40 years from today. Okay. And then that takes a different type of character. Absolutely, Ava. It sounds amazing, I mean, if I can sit here and say, yes, guys, I got funded in 3 trades. It will be the biggest trending video, and everybody's going to want to know what the strategy is. And guess what, guys? I put the video on my social media about the trading strategy, right? No. I put it on there, and everybody wants to know, where's my trading strategy? Can they get my trading strategy? And then I say, no. What do you mean, no, Marnie? How can you not want to help the trading? This is what I'm getting now. Yeah, why would you have this amazing strategy and not give it to everybody? Because I said no. Yeah, but you see, you are greedy. No, I'm not greedy. I can give anybody a strategy. This doesn't mean they're going to be successful. Okay? It doesn't mean that they're going to make it long term, because the strategy doesn't make the trader makes the strategy. That's how it works. And that's why I'm saying no to people for it. They will have to wait for it until it has been properly tested and we know what we're doing and we've got the things and we understand it. Then we will open it up for people if they want to join it, guys. And that's my mindset. That's what I've always been about is I'm looking towards the long-term goal. I'm looking towards that being in this industry for the next 20, 30, 40 years and being able to sit here in the next 30 years and say, guys, we have been trading for over 30 years, but it takes a different mindset. Exactly. We have to be different, guys. We have to move different. We have to speak different. We have to see things different, because the question is, what type of trader do you want to be? And that is the decision you have to make, because certain professional traders make different decisions that are not nice. They understand the market is not dynamic. It's not static. It's dynamic, guys. It's moving. Things are shifting around all the time, and you have to be prepared for it. So waiting is part of the strategy. Your strategy doesn't only tell you when to enter, right? It also tells you when not to enter. I think this is the most frustrating part with most people, is it tells you all the time when not to enter. Okay? No trade is not a failure. No trade is a valid decision that you made. You made a valid decision, and that decision got rewarded by you not losing money. You see, because everybody in trading at the moment is focusing on how much money can I make. What we want to focus on is how much of the money we've made can we protect. We want to protect as much of the money that we make for as long as we can, because we understand that in the game where we are the predator, other predators are all around us. There is some really big predators around the world that wants to take us, and this is a zero-sum game. If you lose and I lose, they gain. If we win, they lose. So there's no in between for us. So we have to move differently, guys. So what can we do while waiting? Okay, because this is the part. You need to fill that time with stuff. So instead of forcing a trade, review your trading plan. Go look at your stuff. Maybe go back to some of your old trades. Review some of them. Go look at for certain things. What was a good setup? What was not a good setup? Mark out maybe some important levels. Observe price behavior. Journal your thoughts. Maybe take a moment to sit there and write about how you're feeling. Study previous trades. Take a break. Go make something to drink, something to eat. Maybe go for a walk. Step away from the screen. Understand that the screen doesn't make you. The trades don't make you. You make the trades. And the better you arrive at the charts, the sharper you are at the charts, the better you trade and the better decisions you will make. Okay, you don't have to stare at every single candle, guys. If you are finding it very difficult for you to step away from the charts, well, then this is the time for you to go and pay for TradingView. Step back, set up your indicators, and let them send you an alert. Okay? Then step away from your charts and allow yourself to have that break away from the charts, and it gives you time to refocus, and because you're not just about trading, you're a whole being. Okay, there's a lot more things that happens to you. You need to be well fed. You need to have good, proper nutrition. You need to have good exercise. You need to take care of everything if you want to be in this game long term, because the game that we're playing is very stressful. And I think you guys are feeling it now, because when you go through a drawdown, it's tough. Mentally, it's tough. How do we move differently doing that? So the dangerous sentence is, I haven't traded yet today. How many of you guys see that? When you're sitting there, you're like, I haven't traded like today. Half of us didn't take the trades. We're like, I haven't traded today yet. Oh my gosh, I'm not going to make it. Because this sentence can create pressure. How many of the sentences that you are telling yourself is creating pressure? You are putting more pressure on yourself, because what do you start thinking? You start thinking, oh, I need to make something happen. I need a trade, man. I need a trade. It's the same with the 20 EMA today. Oh, that 20 EMA was flirting with me today, guys. Oh, she was breaking structure and was looking sexy, and I was thinking, let me get into a trade. But guess what? The stochastic was like, nope, we are not ready, man. We are not ready. And what do? I can jump in on the trade and be like, yeah, well, you know what? I'm going to jump in. I'm going to take the risk. But what am I doing? I'm breaking the rules. I'm breaking the structure that I've put together. I'm giving myself permission to not do or perform at my best. And that is where discipline starts disappearing, guys. The moment that you say, I can't end off this day without a trade, I've got to get into something, you know, or sometimes everything starts looking like an opportunity, isn't it? Sometimes you look at the chart and you're like, yo, and then you look at all these opportunities like, I missed this one, I missed this one. So what happens every single time you tell yourself, oh, I missed that opportunity, I missed that opportunity, I missed, You're telling yourself, I'm not good enough. You're not good enough. You're not good enough. You see, you're not good enough. You make bad decisions. You're a bad trader. So you're reinforcing that negative self-talk. You got to stop it, guys. So I want you to replace it with this. I haven't found my setup yet. So I want you to take from I haven't traded yet today to I haven't found my setup yet. There's a huge difference because the first statement creates the pressure, the second creates the patience. So if someone says to you, have you traded today? I have not found my setup yet. Once my setup appears, I will let you know. Okay, because you aren't missing anything, guys. You are waiting for your edge. You're waiting for the right prey. You're waiting for the right opportunity, guys. So a professional mindset is, a beginner will say, how many trades can I take today? A professional trader will say, how many quality opportunities does my strategy provide? How many times? I showed you guys in the 20 MA. If you're looking for high quality setups in the 20 MA, which I can almost guarantee you, with the statistics, if you trade the 20 MA with the upgraded settings, you are going to get, or the better ones that we're busy teaching now, you're going to change the way you trade, right? The 20 MA is going to become like 80% profitable. You're going to get 80% of your trades are going to be successful. You're going to get an amazing win rate. But guess what? You're only going to have maybe 3 trades a month, maybe 4 trades a month. Now you're like, oh my gosh, only 4 trades a month. Yeah, well, that's ideally what you're going to get. 3 to 4 good setups in a month. Oh, but money, that's not enough. Well, your setups are 1 to 5, 1 to 7, 1 to 8. Exactly, guys. So when you are looking for those quality setups, it means they're not going to appear all the time. They're only going to appear now and then. And you need to make the decision whether you want quality or quantity. Because the 20 EMA can give you quantity. I mean, you guys are seeing we can trade every single day. The strategy that way, but the growth is slow. The growth is really, really slow. But if you go and look for 1 or 2 better setups that you can add with it, you can highly increase your win rate and you can be really knocking out some really good trades. But it takes that time and dedication to go and look for them. Okay. So this is the difference between activity and execution. Do you want to be an active trader or do you want to be a master trader? That's the difference between the two, guys. So here is our reflection point for tonight. So ask yourself this honestly. How do I feel when nothing is happening? Are you able to sit on your hands the whole day? Or do you start flipping through your strategies? Do you start flipping through them? Let me find, okay, you know what? I haven't really got something on the 20 MA. We missed the fib this morning. Let me go to the silver bullet and see if there's something on the silver bullet. Exactly, Lauren. It's that restlessness. And I understand why you feel that way, because you want to make money, you want to change your life, you want to have this amazing life. You know you can have it. Exactly. Guys, absolutely. It feels like ADHD. Okay? But I need you guys to understand that you need to take the moment to breathe and sit down. Ask yourself the question, do I feel pressure to trade? Are there moments when I feel that pressure and I'm like, I need to get a trade in, man. If I don't get a trade in, I'm 2% down. Fudge, man. It's the same with me. I have payouts. I mean, I've worked so hard for this. I'm 2%, almost 3% down on the account. I'm 3% away from getting a payout. I was just above 1%. Now I'm 3% and I'm sitting there. But what am I doing, guys? I'm stepping back. I didn't take the trade today on Wednesday because I made the commitment on when I started the 30 trades, I'm not going to take Wednesdays and Fridays. And it's tough. It's tough because everything with CPI was pointing towards the upside. It was a pretty good trade, but guess what? I let it go. You have to sometimes understand that stepping back is important. Have I ever taken a trade simply because I was bored? And the important one is, what am I afraid? What am I afraid will happen if I don't trade today? That is the deepest of all 4, guys. Are you afraid that you're going to go back to your old self? Are you afraid that your past is going to catch up to you? Are you afraid of those people that are saying to you, you cannot be a trader, that's second guessing you, doubting you, making fun of you? Do you think that their words are going to become real? Do you think they're going to make fun of you? Do you think, you see, we're running away. The reason why we want to force things is because we want to run away from those things, those negative things that are chasing us down. There we go. You see, here it comes, guys. Here comes the deep, deep emotions, guys. Yes. Yeah. Because all those voices in the back of your mind saying to you, they're all making it, and you're at the back. And then what does it do? It reinforces that same behavior that you had growing up, that you were always the last one. You were always at the back. You were always forgotten. You were always neglected. You were always not chosen. Everybody else was better than you. You were at the back of the pack. So all of those voices comes back to haunt you, and then it appears in your trading. So you need to go and sit down and say to yourself, you know what? Do I want to be the prey, or do I want to be the predator? Because if I want to be the predator, if I want to be the best trader I can be, I have to stop looking at everybody around me, and I have to start focus on what I'm doing and where I'm going. And can I do this long term? Can I show up for myself? Because as I said to you guys today, this year, your trade profit might be $10, might be $20. In a year's time, it's going to be $100, maybe $200. And then in your second year, it is going to be 1,000, and then, or maybe 2,000. And then when you get to year 4, it's going to be 10,000, and it's going to be 20,000. And then year number 5, we're talking about $100,000, $200,000. Okay. But you see, it took you 5 years to get there. Yeah, but Maria, I don't want to wait 5 years. Well, guess what? You don't have the capacity to take those trades. Because if you had the capacity, the trading capacity, you would be there. You would have the capital to do it. But you have to walk through the water, guys. Every single time you have to cross through the deep water and learn how to keep crossing the water until you get there. And the more you are beating yourself down, you are not going to achieve that. You're not going to arrive there. So be patient with yourself, loving towards yourself, and believe that every single step, even if it's a small step forward, even if you fall, make sure you fall forward. Okay? Fall forward. So if you blow an account, so what? If I lose, what is the worst thing that's going to happen if you lose the prop from account? I'm going to lose a little bit of money. I'm going to lose a little bit of money, and guess what? I can come back to it again. I can retry again, and I can retry again, and I can retry again. Because this is my journey. And every single failure is setting me up for success. Every time when something happens, I'm still going to come back stronger, because I'm not going to give up, because I'm building the skills that I'm going to keep with me for the rest of my life. So remember, you are on your journey, and the more you compare yourself to someone else, the harder you are making it, because you and that person are not the same. Your experiences are not the same. You didn't start in the same area. Okay, so you need to be patient with yourself. So guys, this is the stillness challenge for the next week. Okay, so what I want you guys to do for the next 5 trading sessions, you are allowed to trade only when your complete setup appears. So this is what I want you to do. When you see your setup appearing, like I did on mine with the 20 MA, where I posted my 20 MA in the group, I want you to post the screenshot there and say, okay, guys, I see this now, I see that now, I see that now. Okay, I'm waiting for this and this. And I want you guys to post it in the group when you see a setup, because I want you to follow along and learn to keep yourself accountable with the steps. Okay, so I'm going to be doing the exact same thing. That's why I started doing it today with the 20 MA and the FIB. Is I will be posting it in the group saying, okay, this is what I'm seeing, this is what I'm seeing, this is what I'm doing. That's it, guys. You got to take it one step at a time. If nothing happens, you do nothing. The 20 EMA today, we had a very nice setup there. We just didn't reach deep enough on the SMI for me. So the stochastic didn't go deep enough. I didn't take the trade. Would I have made some money? Yeah, it went nicely in my direction. But that's not what it's about. It's about following the strategy. And your goal is to become comfortable with not trading. Okay, guys. So what I want you guys to do is I want you guys to redefine productivity. Trading isn't watch, trade, watch, trade, watch, trade. It's more like this. It's prepare, wait, observe. Hello, leave the cat. Daniel. Prepare, wait, observe, execute, and review. How many of you guys are reviewing your trades? That's why you're feeling frustration. Are you going back to the trade you've taken and look, did I execute properly? Was there something that I missed? What do I need to tweak? Because sometimes what do? We prepare, we wait, we observe, there's no trade, and then we still have to review. Okay? Okay, so that's something we need to improve. We need to go and sit on Friday after we've done our week and look at our trades and say, okay, what trades went well, which ones didn't go well, what's happening with our stats, where are we? Getting to that process of reviewing yourself. If you had a really good setup this week and you saw, like, I saw this and I saw this and I saw this, then you print out, you take a screenshot of that trade, print it out and put it into your book to say, this is what I'm looking for. That's it. Well done, Neil. That's why you can see the guys that are reaching deeper and the guys that are building good foundations, they are going back and reviewing it sometimes. Okay. So what is our key takeaways tonight, guys? Waiting is part of trading. It's not an isolated thing. Okay. So when you are waiting for a setup, it doesn't mean that there's something wrong. It is part of our job as a trader is waiting. And good quality setups will only come with patience. Boredom is an emotional trigger. So once you become bored and you're gravitating to this and that's boredom. Stop yourself and say, whoa, this is boredom. Let me go and find something to do. Okay, activity doesn't equal productivity, guys. Not in trading. Everything else there might be that, but not in trading. No trade is sometimes the best trade you can take. If you are feeling emotionally drained and you can't even get out of bed, why are you behind the screen? Yeah, but money, I'm going to miss out on the trade. So what? So what? So what? Your strategy tells you when to enter and when to stay out. Listen to your strategy. Okay, and professional traders are comfortable with stillness. Learn to meditate, guys. Go sit outside on the grass and just be quiet. Learn to sit in stillness. Because those are the moments that you are going to enjoy. You're going to fill yourself with good, positive energy, guys. So here's my final thought, guys, for tonight. The ability to sit while the trade does nothing is a trading skill. It's not something separate, okay? It is very, very important. If you want to gravitate to getting some really good, hello, guys. So if you want to get really good setups and you want to become successful at trading, you have to understand that being still is part of the trading process. It's part of your trading plan, guys. Your edge isn't just knowing when to act, it's knowing when not to act. And unfortunately, with trading, 90% of your activity is going to be filled with doing nothing, looking at the charts and saying nothing is happening right now, and then stepping back and saying, okay, let me wait until the right setup appears. Okay. Okie dokie, guys. I think that is tonight's session. So, okay, let's stop the recording there.